this is the game. Oh, I still have my save. Okay, so PR relations have sort of broke down around the creators, Kindly Beast, Joey Drew Studios, the Meatly. They changed their names so many times. I'm just gonna call them, I don't know, the Bears. That's a stupid. Why would I? Okay, I'm gonna call them the Ink Folk. It's a lot of drama that I'm not gonna get into because this is a gameplay stream. But yeah, I ramble a lot if you haven't noticed already. But yeah, I bought this a while ago. I was really sold on the game because I watched a bunch of Let's Players, and I heard it was on PS4, and so I bought it. And what I didn't know is that this version barely works. But you know, that'll just make it even more fun. Dear Henry, it seems like a lifetime since we worked on cartoons together. 30 years really slips away, doesn't it? Oh, I thought that was a period. I was about to make fun of it. If you're back in town, come visit the old workshop. There's something I need to show you. Your best pal, Joey Drew. Hold on, that is totally the... This is a screenshot from one of the beta builds, but I recognize it because the gloves are different. And I recognize that because I was a huge bendy nerd back in the day. I'm not old, but...
Alright, Joey. I'm here. Let's see if we can find what you wanted me to see.
Wait, that's... I could have sworn that the artwork was redesigned. Oh, this is baggy. Maybe it was redesigned, but it just wasn't in the console port. Because I could have sworn that the 2 dots on his gloves were replaced with the three lines on his gloves. Joey Drew Studios. We spent extra money on these reels to be constantly spinning for no gain or profit. Oh, I can't. I'm rather spry. I interact with things with O? God, it's just a weird mapping choice. I think I know where the company went under. They spent so many electricity bills just keeping all of these useless things running.
Hey, here's my old desk. I wasted so much time in this chair.
That looks like a Binding of Isaac gag item you would get, and it's a stupid looking drawing, and it says, and then there's a sticky note that just says no. I remember Treacicle made a whole vending machine theory about just that one texture. And he was like, it says no. That's because Joey Drew didn't think that bendy was a good idea, but then he stole it from him. And Treacicle videos are just the sort of thing that you watch, and then after a while of him just going off on stupid tangents, you're like, this has to be a parody channel, right? This has to be a parody channel. But, no, it's not a parody channel. He's just really bad at his job. He said that, what was his theory about Baldi? Because there was a banana in the birthday bash hidden area. This control's really awkward. He said that the whole story was of a kid with potassium deficiency. He was also the same kid from the I Still Never Got Any Darn Cookies comic that you can see on the wall.
This lift could use a few dry cells.
Oh, I don't remember having to put the cells in. It's telling that picking something up is the same animation as eating something.
Let's see what you're hiding down there, old friend.
It just disappears. Which is weird because you get the syringe and the oxygen gunmeter. You can clearly pick things up, but they just decided not to let you pick things up for this one bit. That's supposed to be, like, I assume a tutorial because it was just right next to there. So if it's not a tutorial, like, what is this supposed to be? It's like, alright guys, I got a really hard mission for you. You've got to work. You've got to look to your left. I can't believe you managed to do it.
Another day, another dollar.
Another day, another dollar. Okay, so pressing O. What? I have to press the triggers to throw a... The dart went higher when I was aiming lower. So, to give you an idea of this controls nightmare, I have to press O, which is a button, you know, that you press to go back, to interact with things, right? So I press O to pick up these darts. And then when I do that, I go into this dart throwing animation. You think I should press O again, but that exits me out of the dart throwing animation. And X does nothing, square does nothing, triangle does nothing. But R2 is the button that they mapped. And these darts... Maybe I'm just bad, but I swear they just land wherever they feel like. You only get 3 chances per thing. And maybe it's nothing. Maybe I'm over-dramatizing how freaking darts work. Oh, a magical force field. That's cool. Maybe I'm just over-dramatizing how freaking darts work. And you know, how darts work probably isn't important. But I don't know, if you're gonna add something and not have it be good, why add something? Dreams do come true. I was betrayed by Joey Drew, and now I'm coming after you. I remember all those songs that... They were so funny too, but it's because nobody really even had like a fan interpretation of what the story was, because this is just the FNAF syndrome of just communicating no story and going like, oh yeah, the fans will figure it out, and so all the fan songs that were just cashing in at the time just had to be as generic as possible. They were like, there is Bendy and ink and a machine. There's this one account I particularly despise with their Oh, bacon soup. I eat the can. I'm just going to be rambling because there's nothing going on. I will 100% do not remember the name of the YouTube channel, which I was talking about, but they're the guys who made the Hello Neighbor song, Get Out. Their songs sound pretty good, but it always bothered me and made me irrationally angry because all of their lyrics were just word soup, just nothing made sense. Art department, ink machine, theater break room. I went to the art department a bunch of different times. Have I just not been down here? That seems unlikely. I've been wandering this place for... I guess I just didn't go through the right crossroads. That's very scary, guys. That was the thing.
Oh my god. Joey, what were you doing?
Horace has no guts because he replaced them with mechanical string. It's the old wrench model, too. I thought they would have replaced it with the newer wrench that you can pick up, but... You know, Rooster Teeth. I'm very good at updating the game. Okay, the thing about this is all the hallways look the same, and there are so many identical doors that are locked, and then some of them you can just open. I could have sworn there was an important item in this room. But they might have changed it. Everything's just sepia tone. It's hard to find anything. Oh, but interactive objects glow. Yeah, only if you're looking directly at them. It's just a sepia tone humble-de-jumble. Do I follow the pipes? Oh, here we are.
How do I get this to work?
I think this is the weirdest puzzle. I wouldn't call it dumb, but it's the weirdest puzzle in the game. In order to get the ink machine to work, we have to find specific things and put them on a pedestal.
I'll put this here.
It's very scary. And put them on a pedestal, Indiana Jones style. I still don't know how like in... I was about to critique realism, but this is a game with ink monsters, I guess, so... Sort of a moot point to go, guys, this is not realistic at all. This game is really scary, guys. And I'm aware most of my lack of fear is because I'm lost and don't know what I'm doing, but... Hush, hush. I don't think you ever have to jump in the game aside from like the tubes on the floor. You tell me how to jump but not how to interact. Which I guess you're just supposed to intuit? Sorry if I seem aimless, that's just because I'm extremely aimless. Oh, book. The Illusion of Living. That's a reference to Walter Disney's book, The Illusion of Life, I think.
Back to the old grind.
I think, like, clocking in on, like, the punch card machine is... I think it's a fine enough idea for how saves should work. But, like, peeling back the game... the, like, game framing for a little bit, or, like, the gameplay aspects, why is Henry clocking in repeatedly? That doesn't seem like something he should be doing. Oh, bacon soup. I gotta save my progress after getting the bacon soup. It's essential.
Always on time.
I feel like most of this will just be me, like, wandering around this sepia-tone wasteland and going like, well, when I watched Markiplier, there was a bee character. Their name was DiGiorno. Couldn't think up an actual name, so I just said DiGiorno. Attention writers, can't think up a character name? Just call them DiGiorno. It'll be fine. Of course this won't. Sort of has the security breach problem of, like, what's my character's motive? Why is he here? I remember a lot of trailers literally started with the line, Joey, why are you here? And then Joey went like, I'm not telling you. And then the game ended and he never told anybody. "99 machines of ink on the wall, 99 machines of ink. Take one down, pass it around. 98 machines of ink on the wall. 97 machines of ink on the wall. 97 machines of ink. Take one down, pass it around. 99 machines of ink on the wall."
I better get overtime for this.
"96 machines of ink on the wall." Wait, did I even get to 97? Whatever, it's 96 now. 96 machines of ink. Take one down, wander around. 95 machines of ink on the wall. It's gonna be really frustrating to edit for future me, so I apologize. Future me, if you're editing this, put a funny little bit where you say, "I'm not forgiving you," and you put like a silly That's very scary, guys. You put like a silly sound effect along with it so that people know when they're supposed to laugh. It's not confusing. That's the only way to make things funny.
At this point, I don't get what Joey's plan is for this company. The animations sure aren't being finished on time anymore, and I simply don't see why we need this machine. It's noisy, it's messy, and who needs that much ink anyway? Also, get this. Joey had each one of us donate something from our workstation. We put them on these little pedestals in the break room to help appease the gods, Joey says. Keep things going. I think he's lost his mind. But hey, he writes the checks. But I tell you what, if one more of these pipes burst, I'm out of here.
I'm telling you, we're the good feathers, and we stick together. This, like, random circle in the middle of my screen is very distracting. Question, what's up with the bacon soup? Just in general, why is there so much of it in the office? What is bacon soup? No, I can't change the ink. Okay. Also, I might just be deaf, but I'm not hearing the trademark of the eating noise of the bacon soup. They removed the eating noise of the bacon soup. I can't believe they ruined the game. That's probably in the art department. If only I knew where the sign pointing me to the art department was. This reminds me of, you know, one of the classic video games. It was called 3D Monster Maze. It was one of, if not the first-person games. And what you did was you would roam an infinite maze, and there would be a big T-Rex chasing you. And then it would say if the T-Rex was near to you. Except 3D Monster Maze had the advantage of not making you check if doors were unlocked every 3 seconds. Art department is This is the art department, everybody. Settle in. Is something glowing or nope? Guys, I think they broke the games industry. This is just too fun. I think nobody else will ever be able to compete. Have you guys seen that video of somebody giving Scott the Waz a big box of Gex games? I think the guy spent like upwards of $100 in the self-made video. He spent like upwards of like hundreds of dollars because of buying physical Gex copies, because Scott was joking about Gex, and that made it more popular again. So people started buying it, the demand increased, and so the prices increased. Isn't it funny how me explaining somebody giving a box of Gex to Scott the Waz is more interesting than anything going on in this game? It's gotta be in one of these side cubbies on one of these desks. Because where else would they keep an inkwell but a place where you would need an inkwell to work? There we are.
Okay, that's all of them.
I am blind. To be fair to the game, for me not recognizing what is and isn't a thing, I'm not wearing my glasses, so... much going on to discuss. Hasn't stopped me from talking all stream long. Offering room is somewhere near the Boris sacrifice, right? See why people made fan maps of this game, because jeez, dude, navigating this is a nightmare.
Just need to get the ink flowing somehow. Should be a switch around here somewhere. Then I can start up the main power.
Oh yeah, I wonder where the switch... Oh. I can't. Locate the pressure valve. Why did he say switch? Guess I can't expect this random protagonist character to know the exact solution to every puzzle, but... You know, I think this game would be a lot better. Now, I'm not a game designer, so you're free to say that I am just not qualified to make this suggestion or like dictation. But in my opinion, what would have made this level better is if you could, like, pick up all the things you need for the puzzle before you came across the puzzle, so that you can be like, oh yeah, those things I found had some significance and I'm rewarded for exploring. Or if you find the valve before you need to turn the valve, you can just already turn it, and then Henry can just be like, oh, good thing I already turned the valve. That was quick thinking. It's just... And then what I gotta do next is I've gotta... Hey, what's up, man? I've gotta... After I turn the valve, see the scare animation. After I turn the valve, I've gotta go back to the machine to get ethically jump scared by Ink Bendy. And then I guess I run. Honestly, I think my favorite jump scare ever was in Getting Over It, because it knew that the developer knew that a bunch of like over-exaggerated, obnoxious reactions because it was advertised as a rage game, and so they put a jump scare at a really high spot, and that just led to my favorite reaction and subsequent punishment, where it's like this guy who like overreacts, like just to clickbait everything, gets the jump scare of the bats on the top of the church and goes, whoa! He was literally like flailing his arms around, like yelling like a bird, and then you can see the moment in his eyes when he realizes that by doing this, he's lost grip of the edge and he falls right back down to the beginning of the game. That diagram. Yeah, the vending machine is down here. I'm just bad at navigating. I need to find the pipe that says, watch your step. There it is. The machine's poured up. Oh, it's no, the run button is not working. Oh, there we go. Oh my gosh, guys, it's just like Undertale. You sound like a text to feed. Thing I need to do is I need to pick up my axe, pass out, and then immediately pick it up again. Not kidding, that's how the story goes.
This will definitely come in handy.
Well, I'm sorry, will it come in handy? I couldn't tell. The mission marker told me it would come in handy, and then our main character Henry told me it would come in handy. Sorry, does it come in? Will it come in handy? Go to thesaurus.com and fix you in a single click. The other side, the wheelchair that was patched out is still here for whatever reason. Chopped up to the old song. Was that an orchestra tuning up? Perfect. It feels like the screen started to vibrate, and then I passed out for no reason that's ever explained in the game.
See if I can find a way out.
An axe may come in handy. I think what this game really excels at is making a good concept. Because nobody ever really liked the gameplay. We just liked the different interesting concepts. And really, fan interest was only really maintained via just going like, look, there's new content, there's new stuff. Thank you, dog, for barking over my literature analysis. This isn't literature, what am I talking about?
Hello? Excuse me, can you help me? Hello? Where the hell did he go?
You could tell they figured out that bacon soup was like a fandom meme because there's just bacon soup everywhere. There were like 3 cans in chapter 1, and now you can't. And now you can't take a single step without finding another can of bacon soup.
Need to get power to this gate somehow. Should be a couple switches nearby. Then maybe I can open it.
Question, why is there so many, why are there so many Bendy branded Jaja? Calm down. Jaja, you can go on Mom's lap, or you could play with Matilda, or you could do literally anything else but annoy us. There's nothing behind the trash can. What was I even talking? You know, despite how foreboding the coffins are supposed to be, they could have just buried the bodies, and they're showing a lot more respect for the dead than the evil corporation absolutely had to by giving them coffins and semi-proper burials. So I'm like, huh? What I was about to talk about. Why is there so much, like, exclusive, like, never seen, shown to the public in-universe, just Bendy the Dancing Devil, Demon, content in Joey Drew Studios, a place that, you know, nobody's gonna go to. It's where the animation gets done for the people to watch. There aren't gonna be people going into the animation studio for like a fun tour. People are overworked and like shown to be upset. Why would they go like, oh yeah, sure, come in. You'll get to see our deluxe coffins. So like you're just wasting your money with the giant statues and the cardboard cutouts and propaganda posters that are all branded and official. I swear, this is like, it's just like Lego in the way that when you first find a quest thingy, you just can't interact with it because you're not supposed to be on that quest yet. But when you need to, you just can't find it. Like how when you want to find that one Lego piece that you keep seeing anyway.
It's really dark in here.
Not significantly darker than the previous hallway. What are you talking about?
First, Joey installs this ink machine over our heads. Then it begins to leak. 3 times last month we couldn't even get out of our department because the ink had flooded the stairwell. Joey's solution? An ink pump to drain it periodically. Now I have this ugly pump switch right in my office. People in and out all day. Thanks, Joey. Just what I needed. More distractions. These stupid cartoon songs don't write themselves, you know?
Why would they put the pump in someone's office? That's not even, like, budget saving. Just put it in, like, a hallway or, I don't know, a utility closet. You work with Gent, which is like a plumbing and utility company. Surely you could work something out with them to create a utility closet, because this random low-tech animation studio apparently has $50 billion to just spend on useless infrastructure. It's as beautiful as the day I first saw it. Just peach black. And 90% sure this has to be a glitch, because listen. Even if it's ink, you would see the light from the projector on the window. Even if the ink is just encoding the place where that is.
So first, Joey installs this ink machine.
Why would that
over
glow
our
if
heads.
I've already...
Then
Okay.
it begins to leak. 3 times last month we couldn't even get out of our department because the ink had flooded the stairwell. Joey's solution. An ink pump to drain it periodically. Now I have this ugly pump switch right in my office. People in and out all day. Thanks, Joey. Just what I needed. More distractions. These stupid cartoon songs don't write themselves, you know?
Looks like the stairwell's flooded. If I'm gonna get out of here, I'll need to find a way to drain it.
Oh no. It's Mr. Incredible. Oh. Combat's over, bud. Stop with the battle music. Oh, hi. Oh, hi, Ma. Buddy, are you gonna... Oh, hey, bud. So it just opened. Joey Drew making this is like, yes, I perfectly know what's gonna happen. Basically, when you flip the switch, what I want to happen is a bunch of ink will spill from the ceiling. This man may not be alive. And so then what happens next is it waits like 5 seconds. Not 5 seconds. It waits like a minute before it actually opens the door. It'll really increase efficiency.
Well, there's the pump switch, all right. But that's one hell of a leak blocking the door, though. If I could just stop that ink from flowing, maybe I can get in.
I was going to get my dustpan from the hall closet the other day, and guess what? I can't find my stupid key. It's like it disappeared into thin air or something. All I can think of is that they must have fallen in one of the garbage cans when I was making my rounds last week. I just hope nobody tells Sammy, because if he finds out I lost my keys again,
I'm out of here. I hate you, Wally Franks. I didn't know your name until now. I just knew you as the I'm outta here guy, because you were always annoying, even to child me. Or, I guess, younger child me. Wait, okay, so he lost his keys in the trash years ago. Like, all this stuff is like present day, but back then it was like 1960s while this was going on. So what happened was he lost his keys in the trash, and they're still here years and years later. Huh. He really was an awful employee, huh? If I lose my keys in a random trash can for more than a decade again, I'm outta here. Who's doing these interviews? Hold on, I don't have a club. How am I just slapping it around with my big meaty hands? I don't have a pool club, so I'm just using sheer willpower to move the pool balls. I thought this game would be sort of like fun to diss on, maybe sometimes enjoy, and sort of like maybe be frustrated by, because that always makes for good video. But it's just nothing. There's just nothing going on, and I think it's pretty telling that the most enthralling thing I've found is this random interactable pool table that does nothing. And I think that just statement is more damning than any big master thesis I could come out the other side with. So, yeah, bye. Okay, there was no, like, highlight showing me which button I was selecting. Just put, like, a JPEG of a mouse cursor over it. Listen, I can barely program. I, like, scratch and, like, tinker is, like, the things I'm best at. Like, baby coding made for babies. But, like, I could have programmed that. I could have textured that. I doodle. I'm not an artist. I could have textured that. Put just an arrow. It didn't even have to be stylized. I wouldn't care. Nobody cares about that arrow of that. I'm ranting again. Bye.